Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're excited here to be on the Aaron Show. We have a special guest back there. You can see he's trapped by a chair.
Beautiful chair.
And we have Mr. Samuel Gonzalez all the way from Maracaibo, Venezuela. I was going to say it American style, Maracaibo.
Yeah.
But I said Maracaibo, which is the correct pronunciation. So, Aaron, we're so glad to be on your show here today. What do you have to tell us today?
Just that, just look at where we are again. We're in good health. We are around good people, and I just thank God for everything in my life, and just meeting new people, and I can't say enough. So,
well, what do you have to say, Aaron, about I like the subject faith in tough times. Faith in tough times. What do you have to say about that?
Well, faith, you have to stay in prayer, and tough times you have to stay in prayer, because with all things with God is possible, and He will get you through the tough times. Everything's easy with God, and there's nothing too hard for God that He cannot do, and we should always stay in prayer, even when there's tough times that we are facing.
Absolutely. We should always stay in prayer. Sometimes when we go through difficult times, a lot of times we want to stop praying, or sometimes when we experience good times, we want to stop praying. But that's important to keep praying all the time, huh?
Yeah, it's very important. Never stop, because God will always be there for you when nobody else is, and never stop praying, because
Ese tipo fue el que me chocó.
prayer is the key that
¿Ya viste?
we need in our lives, and
So, give me an example, Aaron, of a hard time that you went through in life, a hard time that you went through that prayer brought you through.
Well, you're taking me back. When was that? A couple years ago, I faced a lot of. When I was small, I stayed in the hospital for a long time, and I was hooked up to a ventilator, but God brought me through it, and I have to give Him the credit.
So you were in the hospital for a while, huh?
When I was a little baby, and
So you almost didn't live.
You could say that, but I survived.
Yeah. Do you believe it's because God has a purpose for you and a reason for you?
Yeah.
I believe so too. I believe so too. Well, that's great. Well, our friend Samuel's back there, and maybe he can tell us something about faith in hard times as well. He lives in Venezuela, and as you guys know, Venezuela has been going through a lot of a lot of tragedy going on there in the country, and he pastors there in Venezuela, Maracaibo.
Wow.
And along with his father and his family, and he's reaching young people over there in universities and high schools, and even in spite of those difficult situations, he's over there, growing in his faith, developing. Samuel, what do you have to tell us about that?
English, Spanish, or Spanish.
If you want to do in Spanish, I'll translate in English, however you want. Or if you want to do in English, it's okay, whatever.
I don't know. Cuando todo el mundo quiere huir, los que quieren permanecer siempre van a tener ventaja.
When everybody wants to run away, those that persevere and stay will always be the ones that have the advantage.
Por ejemplo, económicamente, cuando la gente quiere huir de un país, los que permanecen siempre tendrán mayor campo de trabajo.
Wow. Economically speaking, when there's economic downturn times and those that choose to leave, those that stay have a greater opportunity for work.
Y para crear productos nuevos, porque, por ejemplo, en mi país, muchas empresas han abandonado la producción. Así que se abre el espacio para que la gente que sí cree en el país levante su producto sin competencia.
For example, when there's a company that leaves that is in competition with another company, but they decide to leave, the other company that stays now has a great